What's up guys? Magandang buhay sa inyo lahat. Ako si John David Orozco.
I'm April Mara Adianza.
I'm Norwin Ilongpas.
I'm Maria Apple G. Racho.
Kami ang mga estudyante ng Collegio de Puerto, Galera.
At samahan niyo kami mag-explore at tuklasin ang natatanging ganda ng Africa.
Big June.
A journey to 1,000 miles begin with a single step. Hello and good day, tourists. My name is Norwin Lumpas and I will be your tour guide for today in this virtual tour. Let me take you to the one of the most fascinating and breathtaking country in North Africa, the Western Sahara. But before that, let's take a quick glance about Africa and its sub-region, the North Africa. Africa is the second largest continent, covering about 1/5 of the total land surface of the Earth. The continent is bounded on the west of the Atlantic Ocean, Mediterranean Sea in the north, and east by the Red Sea. The continent is cut almost equally in two by the equator, so that most of Africa lies within tropical regions. Africa contains an enormous wealth of the mineral resources, including some of the world's largest reserves of fossil fuels, metallic ores, and gems, and precious metals. The greater part of the continent has been inhabited by the black peoples, but in historic times, there also have a major migration from both Asia and Europe. The Africa continent consists of the 5 regions, which is the North Africa, East Africa, Central Africa, West Africa, and the Southern Africa. The North Africa sub-region consists of 7 countries at the northernmost part of the continent, which are the Algeria, Egypt, Libya, Morocco, Sudan, Tunisia, and the Western Sahara. The North Africa is an economically prosperous area generating 1/3 of the Africa. North Africa is the center of the Arab. Now let's proceed to Western Sahara. Western Sahara is a sparsely populated area, most of the desert, situated on the northwest coast of Africa. Western Sahara culture, our people of Western Sahara speak the Hassanaya dialect of Arabic, also spoken the northern Mauritania and Spanish. There are mix of Arab Berber descent, but many consider themselves Arab. Western Sahara religion. The majority of population in Western Sahara are Muslim Sunni. Christian leaders report that there are dozens of Moroccan Christians as well as a group of foreign resident Roman Catholics. Festival in Western Sahara. First is the Marathon des Sables, often referred as one of the toughest foot race on the earth. This legendary race is a 6-day multi-stage race through the harsh landscape of Sahara Desert. Second is the Kalat Magunda Rose Festival. This festival is a 3-day, starts every Friday, attracts many people, include rose festival, stall selling, and all kinds of rose product. The third is the Festival of the World Sacred Music. This festival celebrated and lasts for 9 days and comprises a program spanning an open-air concert. The fourth festival is the Marrakesh Popular Art Festival. This festival attracts entertainers and artists from all over the world. And the last festival is the Erfurt Date Festival. This festival celebrates the harvest of more than 1 million of date palms in the Erfurt region. Now let's go to the tourist attraction in Western Sahara. First is the Merzouga. Places in Morocco are open. The epic sunrise and beautiful sunset found amid the towering sandals of the tiny village of the Merzouga. Sagura. Sagura is located in Morocco, Drabil River Valley. And the other tourist attraction in Western Sahara are the Atlas Film, Kashbash Amridil, and the last is the Ir Turbi. International and domestic gateways in Western Sahara are the Dakhla Airport and the Hassan Airport. Some of the most famous Cuisine and delicacies in this country are the tangine, harira, marcotte, bread, sardines, and mint juice. Thank you for joining me in this virtual tour today. I hope you had a great time exploring the Western Sahara. Bye!
Good morning, tourists! I'm April Mara, your tour guide for today. And now we're going to explore and see the beauty of Kenya. It is one of the sub-region of East Africa. But before we start, I just want to say a friendly reminders before I tell you the history of Kenya. First, always put your trash in a proper disposal. And second, don't leave your things unattended. Okay, let's start. Kenya is a country in East Africa with coastline on the Indian Ocean. It encompasses savanna lakelands, the dramatic Great Rift Valley, and mountain highlands. It's also home to wildlife like lions, elephants, and rhinos. From Nairobi, the capital, safaris visit the Masai Mara Reserve, known for its annual wild beast migration, and Amboseli National Park, offering views of Tanzania's Mount Kilimanjaro. Arabs founded the independent city-state of Mombasa, Malindi, and Zanzibar on the coast in the 10th century, blending linguistic and cultural elements with the Bantu. By the 15th century, Mombasa was a major and prosperous port. Over the next 300 years, 90% of the natives of the Swahili coast were enslaved and sold by the Arab traders, mainly to Europeans. The Imperial British East Africa Company took hold of Kenya in 1890 and began building railways using mostly Indian laborers, many of whom went on to settle in Africa. Resistance from locals resulted in the first reserves being established to keep difficult tribes out of the way. The highland of the interior were created by European coffee and tea farmers, who became wealthy, with about 30,000 white settlers living in the area by 1930, replacing the original natives. Queen Elizabeth II was holidaying in Kenya when her father died in 1952. A Mau rebellion against British rule lasted from that year until 1959, when the African Loyalist Home Guard launched an offensive that resulted in over 4,000 deaths and the removal of many supporters. The Loyalist Africans were rewarded with land grants. The Kenya African National Union, or KANU, gained power by election in 1957. The country gained independence at the end of 1963 with the establishment of a new constitution and a war against factions who wanted to join Somalia. Since the death of the first elected president, Jomo Kenyatta, in 1978, Daniel Arap Moi was chosen president 3 times under a single-party constitution and until 1998. When a democratic election, Daniel Arap Moi was re-elected and again in 1997. Moi was constitutionally unable to stand again in 2002, and opposition leader Mwai Kibaki of the National Rainbow Coalition was elected president in 2003, in what was regarded as free, fair election. Education. In 2017, Kenya, for the second time in history, introduced a new system of education, the Competency-Based Curriculum, or CBC, to replace the traditional 844 system introduced by the late President Moi in 1985. The Competency-Based Curriculum was designed by the Kenya Institute of Curriculum Development, or KICD, with the aim of churning out engaged, empowered, and ethical citizens. Culture in Kenya. Kenya is a culturally diverse nation made of different tribal groups, each with distinct languages, dress, music, food. Some of the better-known tribes include the coastal Swahili people and Maasai warriors in the wildlife-rich grasslands. The Kenyans have a family and community-oriented culture, influenced by African traditions in the colonial period, most notably Catholicism. They are creative and artistic, and the nation has produced a number of notable writers and musicians, and has a well-developed cultural scene with television, theater, music, dance, and the visual arts well represented. Kenya's colorful festivals are a good way for visitors to gain insight into aspects of the country's traditions. Tourist attraction in Kenya. What things comes to your mind when you heard the place Kenya? Anyone? Yes, the safaris. When you think of Kenya, the first thing that comes to your mind is safari. Famed for its classic savanna safaris, Kenya's country has enough dramatic and colorful wildlife for your next adventure. We can witness trunks of wildebeest thundering across the savannah during the Great Migration, while ballooning over the Masai Mara, snorkel in Malindi on the Indian Ocean coast, marble at Luk Nakuru, flecked with thousands of flamingos, or trek Mount Kenya. International and domestic gateways in Kenya. There are 5 main airports in Kenya and a number of air trips. The main airport is located in Nairobi, which is the capital city of the Kenya. The last part is the cuisine and the legacies of Kenya. Ugali is the most popular food in Kenya. Ugali is a staple starched cornmeal made with maize flour. Customers like to take ugali along with sausage beef, mushrooms, or fish tow, sukuma wiki, or green vegetable soup. That's all, dear tourists. Again, I'm April Mara, your tour guide for today. Hope you enjoy our tour. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is John David Roscoe, and join me to travel to Central Africa. So let's go. The political structure of Africa. From 2002 to 2010, the system as defined by the Constitution of 1992 functioned in a relatively normal way. The executive branch of the government was composed of the President, the Prime Minister, Council of Ministers. The Council of Ministers composed all of ministers and vice ministers, met regularly to discuss policy issues. Governors of the 18 provinces were appointed by the serve at the pleasure of the President. The culture of Angola is influenced by Portuguese. Portugal occupied the coastal enclave Luanda and later also Benguela since 16th to 17th centuries and expanded into territory of what is now Angola. In the 19th to 20th centuries, ruling it until 1975, both countries share cultural aspect, language, Portuguese, and made religion Roman Catholic or Christianity. However, the Angolan culture is mostly native Bantu, which was mixed with Portuguese culture. The diverse ethnic communities with their own cultural traits, traditions, and native language. Our dialect include the Ovivandu, Ambandu, Bakongo, Chokwe, Avambu, and other people. The history of Angola is a country in southwestern Africa. The country's name derives from the Kimbandu word for king. Angola was first settled by sun hunter-gatherer societies before the northern domains came under the rule of Bantu states, such as Congo and Dongo. In 15th century, Portuguese colonies began trading, and a settlement was established at Luanda during the 16th century. Portugal territories in the region which were ruled as colony from 1655. and Angola was incorporated as an overseas province of Portugal in 1951. After the Angolian War Independence, which ended in 1974 with the army mutiny and leftist coup in Lisbon, Angola achieved independence in 1975 through the Alvor Agreement. After independence, Angola entered a long period of civil war that lasted until 2002. Religion. Christianity is the main religion in Angola. There are about 1,000 religious communities in the country. The education. Education in Angola has 6 years of compulsory education under the Angolan Education Law. December 31, 2001, basic adult literacy continues to be low, but there are conflicting figures from government and other sources. It is difficult to assess literacy and education needs. According to 2015 estimates, the literacy rate in Angola is 71.1%, 82% for male and 60.7% for female. On the other hand, the university system has been developing considerably over the last decade. Now, go to festival. There are 5 festivals in Angola. Number 1 is Luvango Festival. 2. Muxima Pilgrimage. 3. Sombe Music Festival. 4. Luanda Island Fest. And the last, Angola Carnival. The Luvango Festival, based on the feast of Our Lady of the Hill, held in Lubango City in Angola, Huila Province, beginning in August. It features music performances. Now we go to tourist attraction of Angola. They have Luanda, Dilolo Lake, the Tuanda Bell Fissure, and Bengalia. Luanda is a modern city located in Angola, and it overlooks the Atlantic Ocean. There are many seaports present in the city. Where the ships hotbat, the city is overpopulated, because of which it has to bear with a lot of traffic. But the charms and uniqueness of the city can never fade away. So when you are in Angola, never forget to visit Luanda. And the Lilo Lake. It is the largest lake located in Angola, and there are certain mystic happenings that occur in the lake. There are some supernatural forces that seem to cover the entire lake, which prevents fishermen and fishing in the lake. The Tuanda Vala Fissure. The Tuanda Vala Fissure is one of the most spectacular sites that is situated in Angola. The fissure is located at a height between Lubango and Namibe. The place is perfect for hiking, and many people can be seen sightseeing in areas near it. Salamat po sa inyo lahat sa inyong pakikinig at sana may natutunan kayo. Salamat po. God bless.
Hi everyone. I know all of you know my name, but still I have to say it for formality. So, my name is Maria Apple Giracho, and I will be your virtual tour guide to a beautiful country in West Africa, the Nigeria country. Nigeria, dubbed as the Giant of Africa. Nigeria is one of the most beautiful countries in West Africa. So, I'm going to show and tell you the tourism profile of the country in West Africa, the Nigeria. The political structure in Nigeria. Under the 1999 Constitution, executive power is vested in President, who serves as both the head of state and the chief executive, is directly elected to 4-year term and nominates the vice president and members of the cabinet. There are 2 types of government, state and local. Below the federal level, the functions of government at the local government until 1988, when the federal government decided to fund local government organizations directly and allow them for the first time function effectively. Culture in Nigeria. It is estimated that 50% of Nigerians are Muslim, 40% are Christian, and that the remaining 10% practice various indigenous religions. While Muslim can be found in all parts of Nigeria, Their strongest footholds are among the Hausa and Yoruba. History in Nigeria. The history of Nigeria can be traced to settlers trading across the Middle East and Africa as early as 1100 BC. Numerous ancient African civilizations settled in the region that is known today as Nigeria, such as the Kingdom of Nde, the Benin Empire, and Oyo Empire. Nigeria became a British protectorate in 1901. Religion in Nigeria. According to a 2018 estimate in the World Factbook by the CIA, the population is estimated to be 53.5% Muslim, 45.9% Christian, 10.6% Roman Catholic, and 35.3% other Christian, and 0.6% as other. Education in Nigeria. Nigeria's education system is based on 1-6-3-3-4 formula. 1 year pre-primary education, 6 years primary, 3 years senior secondary, and minimum of 4 years tertiary education. Millions of Nigerians are half-educated and over 60 million or 30% are illiterate. Festivals in Nigeria. Festivals in Nigeria, some of which date to be the period before the arrival of the major religions in this ethnically and culturally diverse society. The main Muslim and Christian festival are often celebrated in ways that are unique to Nigeria. There are more than 365 festivals in Nigeria according to the Minister of Information and Culture, Mr. Lai Mohammed. I will show you some examples of festival in Nigeria. Eyo Festival is standing out as arguably the most popular festival in Nigeria. The Eyo Festival is celebrated in Lagos, Nigeria, by the indigents who are also known as Isali Eko. Number 2, the Calabar Carnival, rightly termed the biggest street party in Africa, as well as the most anticipated carnival or festival in Nigeria. Number 3, the New Yam Festival, celebrated by the people of southern and eastern part of Nigeria. Tourist attraction in Nigeria. The most visited place and top 5 tourist attractions in Nigeria. Number 1, Obudu Mountain Resort, formerly known as Obudu Cattle Ranch, is a ranch and resort on Obudu Plateau in Cross River State. Number 2, the Ibeno Beach. The Ibeno Beach is one of the beaches on Atlantic Ocean, the shorelines of Ibeno. Number 3, Awum Waterfall. The Awum Waterfall is located in Enugu State, Nigeria. The waterfall forms beautiful scenery where water cascades, it's forming a stream which has become religious tourism site. Number 4, the Millennium Park. The Millennium Park is the largest public rank of Abuja, the capital of Nigeria, and is located in Maitama district. And number 5, the Tinapa Free Zone and Resort. The resort is located by the Calabar River, contiguous with the Calabar Free Trade Zone. International and domestic gateways in Nigeria. In Africa, the situation with aviation in general and more specifically aviation safety seems much worse than elsewhere in the world. Air traffic Africa has been growing, although fewer routes are being served. Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport is an international airport serving Abuja in the Federal Capital Territory of Nigeria. It is the main airport serving the Nigerian capital city and was named after Nigeria's first president, Nnamdi Azikiwe. The airport is approximately 20 kilometers west of Abuja and has an international and domestic terminal that share its single runway. Cuisine and delicacies in Nigeria. The delicacy in Nigeria and it will blow your taste buds. Here are some of cuisine and delicacies in Nigeria. Number 1, jollof rice, a rice dish made with pured tomato and Scotch bonnet-based sauce. Number 2, coconut rice, a rice made with coconut milk. And number 3, chin chin, are best described as fried rice cookies made from wet flour, eggs, and butter. Number 4. Meat pie. Beef and vegetables enclosed in pastry case. So guys, I hope that you're glad about my virtual tour to a beautiful country in West Africa, the Nigeria country. I hope everyone's doing well. That's all for today. Thank you.
I shall no say it.
South Africa is a constitutional democracy with a three-tier system of government and an independent judiciary. Culture of South Africa has been famously referred to as the Rainbow Nation because it is made up of many diverse cultures and religions. History of South Africa. In 1795, British captured a Cape Colony. They handed it back to the Dutch in 1803 but took it again in 1806. In 1814, Adriatic confirmed British ownership, a Cape Colony. In 1812, the British founded Grahamstown. In 1820, 4,000 Britons were granted land by the Great Fish River.
Religion in Southern Africa. Almost 80% of South African population adheres to the Christian faith. Other major religious groups are Hindus, Muslims, and Jews. A minority of South African population does not belong to any of the major religions, but regard themselves as traditionalists or of no specific religious affiliation. Education in Southern Africa. Formal education in South Africa falls into three categories: general education and training, incorporating a preparatory year and students up through grade 9. Higher education, which includes a broad range of educational institutions and programs leading to certificate, diplomas, and degrees.
Festivals in Southern Africa. I have two examples of festival in Southern Africa. Number 1, African Liberation Day. Every year on May 25, Mauritania celebrates the anniversary of founding of Organization for African Unity. Known today as the African Union, the day is memorable around the continent and is sometimes called Africa Day for short. It is marked by conferences, exhibitions, and displays celebrating the different African cultures in the country and beyond. Number 2, Tabaski Festival, one of the most important holidays on Islamic and therefore Mauritanian calendar is Tabaski, a 2 or 3 day event in October commemorating the Prophet Ibrahim's willingness to sacrifice his firstborn son to God. The festival is also known as the Feast of Sacrifice because participants slaughter a sheep, mimicking Ibrahim's final actions in the biblical table. Tourist attraction in Southern Africa. Number 1, Cape Town. Any visit to South Africa cannot be complete without Cape Town being on the list. It is one of the South Africa's 3 capitals. The tourists love Cape Town and look at the richness of experience this city can offer. And it is not surprising. This multi-ethnic city is the second most popular city where tradition and modernity reside side by side. Number 2, Kruger National Park. Kruger National Park is one of the best places to visit in South Africa. It is one of the oldest in South Africa and one of the biggest, covering over 2 million hectares of area. It offers a wildlife safari experience at Kruger National Park is one of its kinds which you will not forget anytime soon. Number 3, the Garden Route. The Golden Route runs along the southeast coast of South Africa. This can somewhat defeat any other touring routes in the world in terms of scenic beauty. This beautiful route is almost 200 kilometers long and stretches between Mossel Bay and Storms River.
Cuisine and delicacies in South Africa. Number 1, fish grilled fish. Number 2, salted fish. 3, coconut curry. 4, lentils. And 5, sausage roji. 6, breadfruit. And 7, smoked fish salad. And the last, traditional Seychelles snacks. And that's all. International and domestic gateways. Seychelles International Airport, or Airport de la Pointe El Rawe, and French is the international airport of the Seychelles, located on the island of Mahe, near the capital city of Victoria.